stays upstairs.
Uh-huh.
But if she didn't have my $600, she was going to have to sell the house.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous.
At 67.
At 78 years old.
78. Oh my God. And you'd feel that after all this while you worked hard.
Yeah.
And by now you should be enjoying the fruits of your labor. When you look,
Right.
it's a nightmare. You come to retirement, there's nothing that can adequately sustain you. So you got to be working same way, you know.
And that's why there aren't many stay-at-home moms anymore. Because they know they have to work and get that CPP,
Yeah.
or they're not going to survive when they get older.
Exactly.
And that's why the family is broken down now. It's not family like it used to be.
Right,
You
right.
know?
Because everybody has to be out working.
Kids went to school and they knew when they got home, mom was there waiting for them. If they had a problem at school, they knew they could call mom, and mom was right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, mom's working now. You know, like I stayed home with my children. I was lucky. My ex-husband, he had a good job,
Mm-hmm.
and I was able to stay home until they got into high school.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I went back to work, I went to work was because I was getting bored.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I went into a secretarial temp program.
Mm-hmm.
I worked temp jobs. But it's a good thing I did, because if I hadn't,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be getting the CPP now. You know, I'd just be getting that $568.
Wow. So what qualify you for CPP? Well, when you're working and paying into it.
You work and you pay into it.
Yeah.
And the company you work for pays into it.
Oh my God. So like me, I'm doomed because I haven't been working much. I've been here, what, 9 years?
Yeah.
9 years. Well, I used to work, but, you know, I used to have to do my own taxes because I was incorporated. But, you know, I got my plan because I don't plan to even depend on what the government gives.
Yeah.
I strategize. I come here and I know to strategize financially to make life. Well, I think I know. I don't say I know everything, but you have to strategize. You have to have a strategy to live financially here.
Yeah,
because
you need a financial advisor. And
no.
believe it or not, the best company for that
Yeah.
is Desjardins.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's your thing. Let me tell you something. You see, financial advisors,
Yeah.
they live off your commission, so they're not thinking your interest at heart. So I don't deal with.
I lucked out. I had a good one.
You have a good
I
one.
had
Well,
a
if
good
you had a good one, fine. But I don't believe in them because most of them are broke like myself. So if I have one that makes me money, fine. But or if you have one that makes you money, but I don't go to financial advisors. I'm self-taught, self-educate, because there are things that you can do to make money and to set up yourself. Most time these guys will tell you when you work, you put aside this amount and that amount and it will grow. But they live off and they charge you one bag of fees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True,
yeah. The fees will knock your socks off when you look at the amount of management fees that they take off. It eats back into all of the money that you make, even if you were making money.
See, when I left my husband and he retired, I got half of 30 years of his pension. And what he did, at the time I wasn't driving Fabric, I wasn't working. And what he did was he took half of that I got and put it into an annuity that I used while I wasn't working. And the other half he put into an annuity that didn't start until I was 65.
Okay.
So hence that's why I'm getting the extra $368, almost $400 a month.
Okay.
And every year I get a paper saying that it's because because of the interest that's collected, I get an increase.
Oh, okay.
So like he was good.
Okay, yeah, that was good.
He was good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the one stopped, I thought, oh well, I've had it now, and I forgot that he had put the other part of it into like what they call now a RIF,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd forgotten that he had done that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I get 397 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But when it first started, I only got 370 something.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the interest collection, it's gone up.
Right.
Yeah. So it has helped.
Well, I'm gonna do house. I'm gonna try a business right where I'm at, because where I live, you can do a business and you can live.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try a little business. If that doesn't work out, then I'm gonna do house hacking. and if that doesn't work, then I don't know. But you gotta have something to strategize how to make some money. Because there's hardly anything out there you can do that it's very difficult to compete. Like if you come here to start a business, it's certain type of business you might make it or break even, whatever. But because it's hard to compete with the established. In Canada, what I find is that the people are like cattle, and no disrespect or anything, but it's like we're programmed. Like to go to Walmart when I want my shopping. I don't go to the little mom and pop store. I go to Walmart.
Yeah.
When I need a coffee or a burger, I go to McDonald's or I go to Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Because even though mom and pop down there have the nicest coffee, I'm programmed to go to Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
So it's like we're cattle being programmed a certain way. I even find myself, McDonald's was not something that I like. I find myself now just wanting McDonald's. Sometimes I think even in the food, they put things in there to addict you and your kids so that you always have this crave.
That's what they say about Tim Hortons.
Yeah, they're crave. Yeah, exactly. You're like a freaking, you're programmed. Yeah. It's just like you have a dog and you program the dog to eat a certain time. He has to get that meal. It's like they study us, human behavior, and they program us to want this thing. Even I myself, I didn't drink coffee. When I came to Canada, it was against my religion to drink coffee. Right now, I'm a lover of coffee, and it does good to me because sometimes I'm in a lot of pain or I'm depressed, and I drink some coffee. I feel so good,
Oh, the caffeine is.
Yeah, it's powerful. Because sometimes I remember the other day I'm a believer in coffee now because I was sick the other day with the flu and everything, in pain and everything. I buy all these medication wasn't helping me, and I went and bought me a double, and man, I didn't know where this stuff disappeared to. My headache gone, everything gone. I'm like, seriously?
I started out on a trip one time, and we got up early. And I thought, well, we'll get a coffee on the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
And about half an hour into the road, I started to get this headache. And I started to feel nauseous. And I said, I gotta find a coffee. An hour down the road, I found a place to pull off to get coffee because we were on the interstate. And I got the coffee, and within 5 minutes, I was like a different person.
Of course, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
My partner said, what the hell hit you? What was in that coffee? I said, I don't know, but it tasted good.
I'm telling you.
I feel great.
Yeah, it does something, man. It's like a medicine, man. Just like the marijuana. Well, I don't really fool around that.
No, I don't.
But that's what it does to some people.
Yeah.
I don't, marijuana, I tried it when I was younger, and it's not for me. So no matter what people tell me, I would say that like drink it or anything as a tea, I would do that, but no smoking of marijuana for me, boy, because
it's good for pain, I don't know.
Yeah, right, like that I would try. I'd be willing to try it, but in terms of like smoking, hell no.
Just for recreational?
Not even that.
I tried it once.
Yeah.
and it was kind of under duress. I really didn't want to try it. And I tried it once. It did nothing for me.
Okay.
I didn't get a buzz off of it. I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
I said, why are people smoking this stuff? The only thing it does to me is make me feel like I stink. Because it smells.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know?
Yeah.
I know when I get a customer that I know when they've just finished the joint.
Yeah.
You can smell it the minute they get in the car. I have to roll the windows down because it makes
Yep.
me sick.
Yep, it's very strong in the sense when they smoke it. Oh yeah, that's not for me. But the coffee, man, I'm a believer. I don't care what my religion is. And you know something? When it's something from a plant that was created by God,
Yeah.
I'm a believer because it's God who made it. It's not man who manufactured it.
Yeah.
And anything God made for me has some benefits. You just don't overdo it. You do. The Bible says you must do things in moderation. So you do it in moderation. You don't overdo it because I believe the caffeine, if you probably overdo it, it can mess you up too, right?
Oh yeah.
I think it mess up. Because I notice like when I take a coffee, if I get real hungry afterward, I'm like shaking. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I'm
Now see, a lot of people say they can't drink coffee at night because it keeps them up.
oh yeah,
Doesn't bother me in the least.
right,
Doesn't
exactly.
bother me in the least.
Yeah.
I can have a coffee 10 minutes before I go to bed and still go to sleep.
Yeah,
My body's used to it.
yeah. I have that problem sometimes, but not all the time.
Coffee doesn't keep me awake. It doesn't give me the jitters. It doesn't. I get jitters if I don't have the coffee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's an addiction.
Yeah.
And right now, it's just the big companies are killing the small companies.
Yeah.
Amazon is like take over the world.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, if you want anything, it's just Amazon. Nobody think about any other name.
Yeah.
And Amazon was not even prominent one time. A couple years ago, you know that they exist, and all of a sudden they're just in your face.
Well, that's why Sears closed.
Exactly,
Because everybody's ordering off of
yeah,
from
Amazon. Yeah, nobody goes to anywhere anymore. They just want to stay
the
home.
internet's taking a lot of businesses away.
Yep. And some people take too long to catch on because if they had catch on, they would not have been in that position.
And now even Walmart, you can order your groceries online
Yeah, because they have catch on,
and go and pick it up.
Yeah.
Without going into the store. Well, hence, there goes the cashier's job.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Yeah. Convenience, eh? The price of convenience.
Thanks for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, please don't forget to click the thumbs up button, share the video, and of course leave a brief comment, and click the notification button for future videos. Thanks again. Bye bye.